Guys, welcome back to my channel. This is part 2 of Mallory on the Move. Let's get started. A phone call. Which McDonald wants McDonald's tonight? Dad grabs his car keys off the counter. He knows McDonald's is my favorite. I think he feels sorry for me because Max thought joke juice was a neighborhood joke. Last one in is a rotten egg, Dad says on his way out the door. Max is right behind him. I try to catch up, but I can't. I have to waddle like a duck because my toenails are wet. Quack, quack. Max laughs and as he passes me. I ignore him. I don't want to mess up my polish. On my way out the door, the phone rings. I'll get it. I waddle back on and over and pick up the phone. Hey, says a voice on the other end. It's Marianne. It's so great to hear her voice. I plop down on the couch and wiggle my toes. They sparkle in the light. Hey, I say. I have a surprise for you, Marianne squeals so loudly I have to hold the phone away from my ear. Tell me! I squeal back. I love surprises, and I'm going to pop if she doesn't spit this one out fast. I'm coming to visit. This is an amazing surprise. Awesome. I say, we're going to have so much fun. We can even make a scrapbook of your visit. I start to tell her all of the fun things we can do when she's here. But I don't get too far. Come on, Max, yelled from the front door. We're waiting and I'm starving. I ignore Max. All he ever thinks about is baseball and what he's going to put in his stomach. When are you coming? I ask Marianne. I don't think I can wait another day. She'll drive me down and we can another day. In 1 month, she says. Mom said she will drive me down and we can stay for the weekend. 1 whole weekend, she says, but all I can think is 1 whole month. Here's the picture. This is totally awesome. This is totally terrible. How am I going to wait 1 whole month for Marianne to come visit? Get a move on, Max shouts from the door. I have to go, I tell Marianne. But I promise to write. I promise to write you back, says Marianne. Bye. I pretend to cry into the phone. Bye. Marianne pretends to cry back. I announce my surprise when I get into the car. Marianne is coming to visit. Mom and Dad smile at each other. They don't seem surprised at all. But Max seems real surprised. Bird Brain is coming to Fern Falls, he says. He rolls down his window and leans his head out. Help, I need air. Max Mom gives him a don't get started look. Dad points to a baseball field. That's where you're going to play. He tells Max. Now Max is more interested in talking about baseball than Mary Ann's visit. But her visit is all I can think about. I'm going to cross the days off my cat calendar until she gets here. I really miss not having a best friend on my street. We get in line to order at McDonald's. When it's my turn, I don't even hear the lady ask what I want. Earth to Mallory, says Max. Earth to Mallory, says Max. I order a Happy Meal and sit down. But my mind is definitely not on food. Max sits down across from me. He has a Big Mac and a large order of fries and a chocolate milkshake on his tray. I watch him dip 2 French fries in his milkshake. Ew, guys, that's disgusting. I've never tasted that. He stuffs them in his mouth. Disgusting! Even though my brain is busy planning my weekend with Mary Ann, watching Max makes me think of a joke. What's as long as California and wider than Texas? I ask Max. Max doesn't say what he's supposed to. I give the answer anyway. Your stomach. Get it? Do you guys get it? Because I don't. Here's a question for you. Max says without laughing. What's the only good thing about the dumb stuff you do? I take a bite out of my cheeseburger and ignore Max. We get to eat at McDonald's. Max cracks up. Not funny, I say. Newsflash, says Max. None of the dumb stuff you do is funny. So if you don't mind, lay off. I don't want the neighbors to think I have a total moron for a sister, Max. You're the only moron on our street. I take up a sip of my Coke. Actually, I say to Max, I don't know if you know this, but the girl next door is a pretty big moron too. Max sips his shake. I stare at him. Max never sips his shake. He guzzles shakes. He slurps shakes, but he never ever sips them. That's when I get it. Max doesn't think the girl next door is a moron at all. You like weenie, I say. Now it's my turn to crack up. This is even funnier than the jokes on my Happy Meal box. She's better than her brother, says Max. Talk about a dumb kid. He's not dumb. He's not dumb. I say, he thought my shows what he knows. Max gets up to dump his tray in the trash. Maybe Max is right about Joey. Maybe he's not. But it doesn't matter anyway. Marianne and I made a pinky swear. Never be friends with any boy next door. When I get home, I cross today off my calendar with a fat red marker. I draw a purple heart on the day Marianne is coming. Just 1 month ago. An invitation. Ding dong, ding dong. Somebody get the door, Dad shouts from upstairs. I hop off the couch. It's our first official visitor, and I want to be the official greeter. I fling open the door. Big mistake. It's Weenie from Four Things. I scowl on her face. Joey and two bald guys. Maybe Joey and the bald guys dragged me over to apologize to me. I saw a movie once where that happened. The older bald guy hands me a bag. Special delivery, he says. What if there's something awful in the bag, like a dead snake or rat? But I can tell by the smell it's not a dead snake or rat. I hate those guys. I open the bag and peek inside. Fresh hot bagels. I pick one and take a bite out of it. Double. The younger bald guy talks first. Hello, young lady, he says. You've met my kids. I'm Weenie and Joey's dad, Mrs. Winston. And this is my dad, Mr. Winston. The older bald guy smiled. You can call me Grandpa. Everybody does. I take another bite out of my bagel. I'm Mallory. Pleased to meet you, Mallory. Mallory. Shakes my bagel-free hand. Mom comes up behind me and takes the bagel bag. Mallory, don't be rude. Invite our guests in. Dad comes downstairs and the introductions start all over again. Mr. Winston says he's sorry he hasn't come over sooner. Mom says we've been busy unpacking, blah, 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 for grown-ups who don't know each other. They have a lot to talk about. Mom invites both Mr. Winston in for coffee. Then he tells us kids to go play. But we just stand there and look at each other. Don't grown-ups know that? What happens when they tell kids who don't know each other to go play? I'm going home, says Weenie. I'm too old to play. The front door slams behind her. Count me out. Max plops down on the couch. I've got to do something really important, like finish this comic book. Like leaves Joey and me. That leaves Joey and me. I don't want to be friendly, but I don't want to be rude either. I take a bite out of my bagel. Want to see my room? Lead the way, says Joey. He follows me down the hall. It's hard to walk into my room because my scrapbooks are all over the floor. I push them into a pile in the corner to make room for both of us. It's a mess, I tell Joey. We moved in. We moved in 3 days ago. And Mom says I have to have everything put away by the end of the week. No sweet, says Joey. We moved in 5 years ago. And still I haven't finished putting my stuff away. I think about Joey's mom. I wonder if Joey hasn't put his stuff away because he doesn't have a mom to tell him to stuff like that. I feel bad just thinking about it. But Joey doesn't he feels bad. He opens one of the joke books on my dresser. What's another name for funny candy? He asks. I scratch my head. I give up. Laffy Taffy. Haha. Joey closes the book. You like jokes, don't you? I used to. I tell him. Joey looks at me like he's studying a long spelling word. Were you upset the other day because Winnie didn't laugh at your jokes? You're pretty smart for a boy. Yeah, I tell him I was a little mad at Winnie, but I was a lot mad at Max. He says everything I do is dumb. Your brother and my sister are going to get along great. Winnie thinks everything I do is dumb too. Joey puts the joke book down. It stinks, doesn't it? I roll my eyes. Yeah, well, what can we do? Maybe no one's ever told Joey that big brothers and sisters get away with just about everything. We could give them a taste of their own medicine. He whispers like somebody is listening outside my door. Play a joke on them. Something funny. I look through my bookshelves. Sorry, I tell him, I can't find my copy of jokes to play on your older sibling. Joey grins. We don't need a book. We'll think up our own joke. Like what? I can't imagine what we could do to Max and Winnie. Joey, his dad calls him for the other room. We're leaving, to be continued, says Joey. When we walk back into the den, the grown-ups are saying goodbye. See you, grown-ups are saying goodbye. See you tonight, Mr. Winston says to Mom as he leaves. 7 sharp, says Grandpa Winston. Dad waves and closes the door behind them. Where are we going at 7 sharp? I ask Mom to Winston's. Mom opened a box.
Come back for part 2, guys. Bye.